Food Court, the movie podcast and Twitch stream, where Sean
and John
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the Law Fellows. Yep. Welcome, John. Welcome back. We're so happy to see you.
Yeah, what?
Can't wait to talk about Halloween 1 and 2.
Yeah,
okay, let's talk
it's
about
the
it.
last night of Carpentober. Oh yeah, just give us your Euro and lo mein real quick.
Real fast.
Faster.
Fast. Real fast.
Not fast.
I couldn't ad-lib a fart after a baked bean dinner.
Dang. That's tragic.
I like the music in both.
Oh, wow.
There you have it.
Uh-oh. You're going to make Michael mad.
Don't make me mad this early in the show.
You don't like the fresh remixes in Halloween 2?
But that's okay. It's fun to have different.
I think all they did was just like put like like delay on one delay setting on one synth. New and improved.
No piano now, friends. This may sound crazy, but I want to talk to you about eating shit.
What?
We don't do eating shit very much on the show. And so I want to share with you an experience that I had that I thought would appeal especially to young John Burr.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Okay.
I was in the virtual store on my phone looking at Kroger, at eKroger, looking through foods. And I picked up some popcorn M&Ms.
Whoa.
The best goddamn flavor candy is popcorn flavor candy.
What?
I will say this. They don't taste like popcorn. It's so fucking weird. They smell like popcorn. Like you open the bag and you go, "Holy shit, popcorn!" And then you eat them and it just tastes like a M&M.
Kind of tastes like body odor, right? Got a little body odor.
Touch of a hint of body odor.
Like
so,
I'm addicted to popcorn flavored Jelly Belly beans.
Oh yeah,
and it just tastes like the dirtiest, sexiest woman's sweat.
Whoa!
Which dirty, sexy woman are we talking about?
Ooh.
I don't know. The dirtiest one I can still remember.
Do you remember women anymore? What do they look like?
Oh.
What do their faces look like?
Sweet, like angels.
I see them all the time, surrounded by them.
Dirty, sexy, sweet.
I don't remember
angels.
any dirty, sexy ones though. I sort of remember
angels.
Them. I sort of have. I have that like spank bank like of like the last 3 ex-girlfriends. It's like, but it's moved almost to the back of my brain to where it's almost not real anymore.
And
it's just like, oh, that's Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
They just look like Monica Bellucci.
That's not a woman that you ever lain with, loser.
You didn't lay with Helena Bonham Carter?
That was Pornhub. 6 weeks ago, Pornhub. Your memories, my memories have just filtered into each other now. Probably for the best.
Helena Pornhub. What's her name?
on Pornhub, it's Helena Bonham Carter.
Boner.
I wanted to bring up something about the jelly beans. Can we stop talking about women now?
Yes.
Yes. No, wait, no. Yes, okay, we can.
Okay. Whew. So I was getting a little warm. My favorite jelly beans are the Starburst jelly beans. Have you had these?
Yes,
they're incredible.
Amazing. Like,
so I don't want to know how much sugar is in them, but
like I know you didn't want to talk about women again, but it's like an explosion in your mouth.
Yes, it's like a woman came in my mouth.
It's a visceral fruit. It's a gusher. It's like a gusher candy, but in jelly bean form.
Honey,
may I counter?
Uh-huh.
Is it okay for me to counter?
Yeah.
This is not to say that these are the best jelly beans, but also the Nerds jelly beans.
Whoa, I never heard of this.
The flavor is amazing. The inside is like a jelly bean. The outside is a little crunchier. So you're kind of getting a crunchy but also gooey treat.
Are you sure those aren't just like ancient jelly beans?
I am not certain, but I think so.
They like had a factory of them and forgot about. They're like,
sell these as giant nerds.
Yeah.
Sell these booger candies as giant nerds.
Put them on the back of the truck.
I know we do.
Schnozberries.
Well, this is a movie podcast, but I don't know if it. I don't know if we need to make a new podcast or if we just change this one to just be about candy and snacks and treats.
I won't do candy, but I'll do popcorn flavored candy podcast. I'll go
Only.
with you there. I'm all about niche entertainment, finding your
Yeah.
you gotta find your role in the ecosphere. You gotta find your kill donkeys. And kill donkeys are into very specific things.
They are. Pop donkeys.
Welcome back to Popcorn, where we only talk about popcorn flavored candies. On this week's episode,
I love it.
This is the last episode because there's just two
Yeah.
to talk about.
We ran the
That's
gamut.
Great.
We ran the gamut. It is Manksgiving. I don't know if you guys, you definitely know this. It is. We are
Manksgiving.
right in the middle, right in the middle of the beginning of Manksgiving. We are watching perhaps every single Fincher movie. Is that true? Is that true? Is that
one.
insane?
I don't know.
Leading up to and then even through the debut of Mank, the new Citizen Kane themed David Fincher movie.
Yeah.
Michael's gonna be very confused because he's never seen Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Don't
what?
do it, Michael. I would like for you to bring the experience of having no experience. To the
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch a trailer for this Mank thing. I thought it was a spin-off
Mank.
of Monk. Is Monk's brother, Mank.
It's a prequel. It's like before he was Monk, he was Mank.
Tony Shalhoub is back.
You're the Mank.
You're the Mank now, dog. R.I.P. Oh my goodness. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Mr. Sean.
R.I.P. Carpentover, right?
If only Sean Connery and David Fincher could have worked together, so that Sean Connery,
Dang.
when playing the role of John Doe in Seven, would have killed David Fincher for making him do 72 takes.
Yes.
Would have
Did that
actually
really?
murdered him.
That happened?
No, wouldn't it be great though?
Oh, I've just meant 72 takes.
He does
What?
tons of takes.
Jeez.
In the film we're talking about today, Fight Club, I believe they shot 3 times the normal reelage
Oh my
of a
gosh.
studio picture.
Dang.
And this is before Fincher was going full digital. So
Yes.
Wow.
it was
Just roll out
costly.
the tape.
Also,
Yeah.
can I point out that me and
Yes.
Sean just synchronized our sips and we didn't even plan it. That was crazy. We
That's the
sipped.
kind of men we are.
Yeah.
Well, when you're drinking that carrot water,
Yeah.
anytime you could, when you have 2 guys on the same carrot water cycle,
Yeah, I'm on
It's
a carrot
good.
water.
I like tubers inside of my water.
Did-
to really
did we
get me
ever-
going.
Did we ever talk about that on the show? That
No,
you
that's a deep
I
cut.
don't think so.
twice?
I think I've ruined the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Well, 2 different occasions, John has snuck a full carrot into my water bottle.
he did do that.
It was crazy. And the first time I remember I opened it,
He deep throated that carrot.
yeah, it flew down my. Well, I thought I felt something, and I was like, I don't know what's in there. I couldn't see it, and I checked, and I was like, oh, and I ran. I threw the water, expecting like a creature to come out. It was just a carrot. I was like,
Just a
oh.
carrot.
But then the second time I caught it, I jiggled my water bottle, and I felt something, so I threw it on the ground, and a carrot. Sure enough, a carrot flew out. Anyway,
And the rest is history.
yeah, the rest is history. And that
In case
was
you're wondering
Yeah.
the backstory of this
No
great
more.
water thing.
But then
Yes,
that's when I started a fight club.
that's when you started
Yeah.
a David Fincher's Fight Club, which we watched this week.
Yeah.
I'm
did.
already gathering
Whoa.
from John's previous statements. John does not love this movie. I have
Dang.
no idea how Michael feels about this movie. I feel pretty good about it. Let's do the plot, John.
Oh, dang.
Okay, this movie, the plot is David Fincher is going to make fascism cool. So this movie is difficult to talk to with regards to plot because I think about 80% of this film's impact is the twist.
Whoa.
And I was curious. I didn't know if I was going to like this or not. I saw this movie in theaters when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a very appeals to people with penis and balls.
hmm
And at that time of my life,
You
I
had
did have
those.
a
No.
penis and balls. Very
Back in the old days.
Very ornery set, if I may say so myself.
Yeah.
It appeals to, to young disenfranchised idiots.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like the world's best version of Todd Phillips's Joker almost spiritually.
Yes.
But it's a movie wherein a up and coming Edward Norton basically is trapped in his cubicle life and slowly but surely excises his dedication and addiction and control of advertising and marketing and possessions and consumerism and yada yada yada. It's basically a burn it all down movie. It's a movie that has been compared to A Clockwork Orange and stuff like that a lot, but it is really like a Clockwork Orange. Like it is like a screaming abattoir of like handicapped children compared to the surgical precision of A Clockwork Orange. It's not high sci-fi or high satire. It's pretty based on a Chuck Palahniuk book, and Edward Norton through his at first his friend, later to reveal the dissociated alter ego, Brad Pitt, Tyler Durden,
Brad Pitt.
slowly but surely begins what starts as a fight club in the basements of bars and cellars, and then becomes a paramilitary terrorist organization run by Banksy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All while lit and super slick and soaking wet and with some of the worst goddamn fashion ever put to screen.
Oh yeah.
But it still manages to be quite a filmmaking feat.
Yeah.
Mostly because, as we're getting into, it's Manksgiving. David Fincher's movies are worth watching, even when they're not your favorite. And actually, watching this movie was strange because I thought I was going to really hate it. I don't know if I really hated it. I'm excited to talk about it. But that's like, did I do a plot review? Was that a plot summary?
That's pretty much the plot.
Yeah.
I start a fight club. The fucking end.
They start a fight club, and then the fight club spins out of control.
Yeah. Gets crazy.
And then he finds out that he is the hot guy that he thought was his friend, but the hot guy is in fact him.
All along.
Honey, you were the hot guy the whole time.
Yeah.
That's my review of this movie. Honey, you've been ripped and shredded this whole time.
I know David Fincher was trying to make us be like, oh, this is fascism for no reason. This is truly senseless. You should not be into this. Well, maybe don't make Brad Pitt in Aviators the leader of the fascistic troop, and then make him like perfect at fucking.
Yeah.
There's really no downside unless you consider Meatloaf with tits a downside.
He gets killed. I think it's a downside, right?
That's it.
But Fight Club.
It's wild. It's a wild ride. Definitely, yeah.
I guess it was then, though, right?
Oh,
I guess that was like a shocking movie then, right?
Yeah.
When I
think
first saw it,
it probably is more shocking now. Like
True.
I mean, this is the way everybody talks about every movie that was made more than 3 years ago. But like, there's tons of cancer jokes. There's like 15 to 20 different cancer jokes that I don't know if you'd be able to do in a big movie now. Maybe you'd be able to do it in some like indie mean comedy, but in just like a big movie that lots of people watch, where it's just like, yeah, look at this fucking cancer.
I don't know. I was probably more cancer jokes in an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia than Sunrise Time. This was like, this is like an episode of Mr. Robot now. That's like where the filmmaking and the shock value is. Like,
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came out, it was a bit of a shock to the system, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
As far as, for better or for worse, movies kind of looked and sounded and acted like this for a while.
Yes.
I would say not immediately thereafter, because it wasn't a box office success, but it was definitely a cult success is the wrong word. It immediately became like a critical darling, or at least a critical talking point, and was named, to every list there was and were after that, including like there was one film magazine that I remember canceling my subscription to it when they declared Fight Club the greatest film of all time on their like 2010 movie list.
That's a
It
story.
was like some white guy magazine, like not Sight and Sound, but something like that. I was like, well, I guess I should
Sound.
fucking stop reading this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very strange. I
So-
don't think it's even. I think Fincher probably only has 10 movies, so it's probably in the top 10, but
Yeah.
it's not very high in his top 10.
Yeah, this Manksgiving, we're going to figure it out. We're going to decide
Ranksgiving.
once and for all where these films are in the Fincher canon.
We already know what number 1 is, but we won't talk about that.
Alien 3.
I was gonna say Benjamin Button, but
Close.
to each his or her own. Let's talk about Euros.
Oh wow.
Michael,
Yes.
you've
Yep.
been conspicuously silent
Yeah.
during this entire episode. You haven't even spoken once.
I've got
Tell
some
us
bad
what
news.
your beef lamb Euro of this picture was.
Okay, my beef lamb euro. This time I actually wrote this down. So
you wrote
usually
it down.
I don't ever write anything down.
Ladies and gentlemen watching, ladies and gentlemen listening, please applaud
Big.
alone in your house, or if you're with other people,
Yeah.
please stop being with other people. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And get alone and then clap for Michael.
Yeah, please. I'll leave some space for that. Thank you, thank you. Well, my favorite Euro part is the early in the movie is the part where he has to go inside the cave and
Yes.
imagine his spirit animal.
Yes.
I just like that part with the penguin. It goes slide. I just like how stupid that was.
It's lovely. I
It's
thought for
fun.
sure that you would hate that part because it's like
Oh, I
kind of a
loved
wonky CG penguin.
Oh, but see, it works. Somehow the wonkiness is like perfect. It's like this is so silly.
Also,
But I
there's
like
no one better at using CGI than Fincher. No one.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
And he uses so much, and he uses it to the
Mhm.
point that a lot of people don't even like. Zodiac is mostly CGI. Like
What?
he just covers his films in it, but he uses it so tastefully. This probably is the worst
Whoa.
CGI movie he's ever made,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's still. I mean, it didn't bother me at any
It's
point.
still cool.
Yeah, it's still held up fine.
I think it was also in like maybe he was just like, well, shit, if I got a little money, I'm gonna have a camera fly down 30 flights of
Yeah.
stairs, and then it's gonna fly into a underground parking garage, and then through a
Mhm.
van, and then it'll be out of a guy's nose. What would
Yeah,
that be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
That'd
go.
be fun.
We'll go into like a Rob Bottin constructed titty.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
That
cool.
happens.
I like that.
Did he build the titty?
Rob
Did he
Bottin built the
build the
titties for
titty?
this film. I think it was the
Really?
last thing that Rob Bottin really did.
Was it the Bob titties?
Boob
It was the
team.
Bob titties, the Meatloaf. I didn't go over it in the plot summary, but this film does feature Meatloaf playing a man with tits.
Did you like Meatloaf in this?
Sure, Meatloaf's. I think Meatloaf's a solid actor.
Yeah,
he did
I like
good.
him a lot in it too.
I like that he was the first credit after the title. I wrote that.
Goddamn right.
I was
Star
like,
power.
Really?
wow. Yeah.
Fight Club,
Meatloaf.
starring Meatloaf.
Yeah. He just goes Fight Club Meatloaf.
And Brad Pitt.
Okay. Yeah, and
I'd like to think that burgeoning rock star Jared Leto was inspired just by being in the mere presence
Oh yeah, that
of
was
Eddie
crazy.
from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh wow.
See Kurt in the back. Whoa.
I never thought
John?
about that.
Do you have a most favorite part of this movie?
Yes.
So, yes, I have a favorite
Oh.
part.
You sound so sad about your favorite part.
I think my favorite part of watching this movie was like reconciling that I could watch a movie that was dated and that I kind of disagreed with on an intrinsic level, like at my core being. Because this movie is fucking irritating. And this movie, like everything about it is like so id and so expressive and so grotesque. And yet the filmmaking is just very like you can see the beginnings of the filmmaker that now is like one of my favorite filmmakers. You can see the beginnings of just like how seamlessly he can put together a story and how collaborative he is with his the people he's working with, because you can really feel like this had to be a very ad-libbed movie. This had to, while being a very precisely choreographed movie. I think it shows in the way that it's made. And it really is like a lot of the choices made in the filmmaking. It's funny because we know now that Brad Pitt ends up being the Edward Norton character also, or
Yes.
there's one and the same. But I didn't know that when I first saw this, and I didn't figure that shit out. I'm not the type of person who figures things out.
No.
I don't see dead people. I don't know any of that shit.
No.
But you know, seeing all the clues and seeing the breadcrumbs was really fun. So I guess my favorite thing, I know this is broad and poor answer, but yeah, David Fincher's filmmaking at work. Just seeing him cut through the bullshit, because this is Chuck Palahniuk. This is like I'm glad that Chuck Palahniuk exists, and I'm glad that I can go to someone's house and see his books on the bookshelf, so I can be like, oh, I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah,
Like, you have bad taste.
That's great.
Like, I'm glad I need those benchmarks around. It's like it tells me everything I need to know. It's like if you ever like all the Stephen King novels, you're probably a simpleton, but you're probably like you can spin a yarn. You're probably pretty fun to hang out with.
Pretty nice, definitely.
Chuck Palahniuk. It depends on if you've read him or not, but you most likely
not have.
You've something is pierced somewhere I can't see, and it's an old conversation point that you're no longer willing to talk about, and now you're happy in your Volkswagen Beetle or whatever, railing against capitalism silently. I mean, that's what's funny about Chuck. Like, people who read Chuck Palahniuk are the Edward Norton characters.
Yeah.
It
makes sense. It fits.
Yeah.
Well,
but it shines through. Fincher came through for me.
But a kill donkey did have something to say about you, John.
Ooh, which one?
The Josh from Tennessee said John is anti-male, and I have to agree.
That's true.
I have to
he
agree.
is anti-male. Thank you for saying that, Josh. We all agree.
Yeah.
Look, I can get as misogynist as the rest of them. Sam Peckinpah, probably my favorite filmmaker of all time. But this is like abortive, incel, emotionally retarded, like nightmare, man fantasy. No one really
rough.
wants this.
Can I ask both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that what the movie's about? Isn't the movie about like, oh, this is the ultimate end of this sort of thinking?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they make it too. I think they make it too attractive.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
I think perhaps you're right. Perhaps that was the intent. But I feel like the effect was this was a rallying cry for the jokers of that era.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
like,
very true.
People started fight clubs and stuff. Like people didn't get it. Like, and it's because it's too slick. It's too well made a movie. You've got an artist at the height of, well, I mean not the height of his powers, but you got a guy who's really great at making films, and he just made that shit sing too much.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt.
That's true.
For the thing that kept me away from like really wanting to be in a fight club is like the brutality of it.
Yeah,
it's just like whenever someone gets the absolute shit beaten out of them, I'm like, maybe this is a bad idea. And like when people start blowing shit up, I'm like, maybe I'm not into this whole thing. Exactly. Though it is one of the interesting things about the movie for me is how like slippery all of the politics shit is, because it's like, okay, there's tons of stuff that I agree with. There's like, okay, I want to sleep better. I want to have really good sleep. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I want to let loose emotionally. There's like this, like he goes to these meetings with all these cancer patients and like people who are having horrible times, and he just becomes nakedly emotional. And there's something appealing about that.
Oh yeah.
And like I want capitalism to be destroyed, but I just don't want to have to like blow up 10 buildings to do it. I just want it to happen. I don't know. I want us to get together and make it happen. It doesn't seem like it'll work that way. But wouldn't it be nice?
What if we like all held hands and said, "Okay, let's just like stop."
Like us?
Yeah.
Like the
like
feature film Us?
Like us, but we're all nice. We're not evil. Well, they weren't really evil.
Hands across Chud America.
Yeah.
Oh yes, hands across Chud America. I'll do my Euro.
What?
You guys, is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, here we go. There are lots of things I like about this movie. My favorite watching it this time, there's like a crazy flight montage. It's right before he is understood that he is Tyler Durden. And he is just getting on 1,000 planes and running through airports and stuff. And there's like two main parts in the flight montage I love. There's this insane shot that's like really low from the ground. He like walks into frame and he yells taxi just as a plane flies directly over him, which must have been a fucking nightmare to get if it's not an effect shot. Maybe it is an effect shot.
It's an effect shot? Oh,
sure,
wow.
For sure.
First.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. Well,
Still,
that was
kicks
still
ass.
good. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Also, right in the middle of that montage, he goes to this very dull stupid owner of I guess it's like a dry cleaning place, and he's like, "Hey, have you seen Dr. Durden?" And the guy's like, I wrote it down so I can get it just right. I'm not exposed to speak any such information to you. If I had said information you want at this juncture, to be able to give it to you." And then Norton says, "You're a moron."
Yeah,
and he leaves. So good. My favorite part of the movie. I loved it. I also love in general how funny this movie is.
It's
like
funny to
just
me.
super duper dark.
Yeah.
Which I like. And this is probably due to the dark emotional times that I'm going through. Or that we're all going through.
Yeah.
But
No,
I felt
just
it like especially the beginning, I felt it kind of moving where he's like his way in to sleep is just like feeling things. Like he's been at work feeling nothing, and his way to like sleep and feel like a human is to just feel. And I was like, ah, shit, man, that's some heavy shit.
It could have been a totally different movie if it had stayed with like that whole vibe.
What if
it was interesting.
He just keeps feeling more and more, and he just sleeps, and that's it.
Feel Club. We're gonna all feel things.
Celebrity Fit Club.
Ooh, I like that. Speaking of fit celebrities, how about that Helena Bonham Carter?
Yes.
One note, I just said she's perfect. That's all I wrote. It was the note. That was
very good.
My childhood crush. When I saw this movie, I was like, oh. I think she's.
Was HBC was your childhood?
Tim Burton's muse, Michael.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I would kill Tim Burton. Just
please kill Tim Burton.
Yeah. Go back in time and kill him right after Big Adventure.
Yeah,
Frankenweenie. I mean, just stop.
Yeah.
How did it get so bad?
He got really, really bad.
Yeah.
Though, can I say one positive thing about Tim Burton's late period? In his Willy Wonka remake, he
starring
has a
Jack
bit...
Black or whatever.
Jack
White.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. That's it.
Jack White.
Johnny Depp as Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What is the name of the kid in
Charlie?
Willy Wonka? Charlie.
Sure.
It's Charlie. The movie's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm an idiot.
Great.
So he's going on a trip. He's like, I'm getting out of here, and he's walking, and we see CGI flags behind him as he's walking, and then it reveals that he's in a flag museum, which is just so funny to me. But the rest of the movie is total shit. But it just reveals that he's in a flag museum. It's really good.
Classic.
Michael.
Yeah.
Tell me the worst part of Fight Club right now before I say
gosh.
anything more positive about Tim Burton. I shouldn't do it.
I'll jump off of John's stuff. Like probably the incel like encouragement ISIS level. Like, yeah, men, let's all destroy stuff is pretty not great.
Fincher's working through some stuff in this early period, man.
Yeah.
This is the second movie where it's just like a bunch of bald-headed fools trapped with each other doing weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I trust the guys from Alien 3 to burn down the credit unions more than Meatloaf and Holt McElhaney, though.
Yeah.
They should. Maybe I'm just more. I mean, I'm not saying I'm more enlightened than you guys. I'm just saying that I maybe think better of my audience, which is maybe a bad idea. To think like, when I watch this, I think, oh shit, this sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But I mean,
think that's present, but I just don't think that's. It's still just kind of like it's almost like an exploitation movie in a way.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I can see that.
But like, it doesn't. Honestly, the stuff like that doesn't bother me as much as like the letting that Brad Pitt completely ticky, completely ad-libby, completely same speeches he's making years later in The Big Shorty.
Yeah.
Same shit he says at press junkets with Angelina back in the day. Just letting that shit vomit out onto the screen and exist. Like, Edward Norton, enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
David Fincher's doing his thing. It rules. This is the Brad Pitt that I don't want anything to do with. and the character Tyler Durden and that soul patch and that jacket is a fucking embarrassment. and anyone who still thinks that cool, that is cool. I don't believe you. Cool. I realize there was a moment in time where it was okay to look like that, but that time has passed, and I'm sorry, guys, you're not Brad Pitt. You don't look as good in that Black Beauty shirt as he does. I mean, it's just like, it's just one of those. It's just like, it's funny to me, and I'm sure there was a time in my life, probably right when that movie came out, where I thought that was really cool. But it's funny to me to look at it now. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Yes, he looks absurd.
And every moment, every little thing he does is so, and that's just Brad Pitt for you. So, but if you're not a Brad Pitt guy, and I'm certainly not, like Brad Pitt has eased into being a sex symbol and is cool now. But I literally think he fucking was not until the latest Quentin Tarantino movie.
I've never thought he was that great. Like he always seems the same to me in everything.
Right.
So I don't know, but
he's pretty dirty.
Yeah, he's pretty dirty. I do think maybe it kind of works that he looks so outrageous because maybe Edward Norton's such like a repressed whatever that he his idea of cool is this like absolutely stupid like what?
Cool guys wear like red leather jackets and red glasses,
or like the crazy fur
toe rings.
Your possessions own you, man. I mean, it's like fucking like a sexy Joe Rogan episode. Like it is fucking like every speech by Brad Pitt is torture in this movie, and there's like 3 of them, and I'm pretty sure he ad-libbed at least one. So I mean, it's just like
which one is ad-lib? Do you think?
Yeah, which
the one in the basement?
I just feel like I don't know anything about the writing of this film other than the screenwriter who wrote it doesn't write screenplays like this.
Oh.
And it did not include a voiceover in the screenplay.
Oh wow!
So I'm pretty sure Fincher and Pitt, they are best friends, and Edward Norton, who we know is a dabbler in the writing persuasion. I think we had ourselves 3 wise men, and by wise men I mean chuds, sitting there making their own anti-communist, anti-consumerist manifesto. And thankfully, it's made by one of the greatest visual filmmakers of all time because the script is based on a shitty book filled with shitty characters, shitty actors with shitty ideas. So that's where I sit on that. And that's not even my fucking low main.
That's not your low main? What's your low main then?
Low main is Brad Pitt and Ed Norton are having one of their homoerotic subway moments. Or they're on the bus. And they look at a Calvin Klein advertisement.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And it's a ripped guy in Calvin Klein underwear, and they're like, they think that's what a man should look like? You both fucking look like that.
Yeah.
It's just one of the moments in the film where it's like,
funny.
I'm even like, maybe they're doing this on purpose. And then I think about it, and I even rewound it, and I'm like, no, they fucking have no idea. Like, this is tone deaf. They don't realize it. They have no idea. They've jumped the shark.
They don't know that Brad Pitt is hotter than the guy in the Calvin Klein. He's like 100 times hotter than
like
the Klein guy.
He makes being a gypsy pikey in Snatch seem incredibly sexy.
Yes.
That's my low main of that and just like I'm a huge Fincher fan, but like the 7 Fight Club dripping wet shit, it does fatigue me.
Like, it's also very dark. It's like the world's darkest movie.
Oh no, you want to know the world's darkest movie? I know what it is actually.
Don't you dare say something racist. No, you can. You're allowed to say something racist.
Becoming.
Go ahead.
No.
Antebellum.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that movie. I could go on about that. What is it? AVP 2.
Oh fuck!
It is so dark. I remember not being able to see.
Can't see anything.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know who won, the aliens or the Predator.
It's so dark.
Oh man, I hope Predator won.
Yeah. Anyways,
I feel like that's the thing about Predator. Like, if the aliens win, they're just going to keep on killing. But Predator's just like, I'm going to kill 5 or 6 people. I'll get the fuck out of here. I go to a different planet.
Yeah. It's just like Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
There's a sense of honor.
Thank
the
you.
sense of honor to what the predator is doing.
Thank you.
Jason kills teens.
That's true.
Yes.
Freddy kills babies and molests them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he doesn't even have the decency to come at them when they're awake.
Yeah,
No.
what a coward.
Predator, it's all
Except
for
in New
sport.
Nightmare.
Because man is the most dangerous game.
Yes. This is heavy shit, man.
This
We're really
is
getting into
heavy.
heavy shit.
And you gave me an idea. What about AVPVFVJ? That would be crazy.
Is that Aliens versus Predator versus Fight Club versus Freddy versus Jason? Or is that Alien versus Predator versus Freddy versus Jason, Fight Club 2
Fight Club 2, yeah.
Whoa.
I like that.
versus Ash versus Leatherface?
Fight clubs. That could be good. And
I can't believe there wasn't a Fight
Fights
Club.
Club.
The Fight Clubs. The S is
You
the
know what's
2.
fucked is now there would be a fucking Fight Clubs.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
I'm surprised they haven't remade it yet.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'll
Also, like, if they got the tone right, it's probably a really good time for what I perceive as the commentary is just like, oh, where there's like insane people with guns,
Yeah.
just loving guns and shit. Like, I mean, there have always been insane people with guns, but like, there is the gun and like manliness community is like very big right now. This is a good
Very
time
big.
to
They're very
skewer
big.
them with Fight Club, the remake.
yeah.
It's a weird time to
Rob
watch this
Zombie.
movie because like you can frame it under so many different prisms.
Mm.
Yes.
Because in some ways they're talking about, you know, all the stuff that Antifa's talking about and like it's real rallying cries, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
the way that it's said is so stupid.
yeah.
and the style of this is what is amazing about Fincher as a filmmaker. He can make a really good movie while exhibiting really poor taste and style.
Mm.
And I can't
That's
think
wild.
of many filmmakers who can pull that off.
Tell me
That's
more about
wild.
this thought, John.
Like sometimes his taste is like really bad and the style is really bad and like the music and the visuals will be this like sludge like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I don't know if we're gonna do that this month or not.
Mm.
Eventually.
That movie has like it's like conflicting styles where it's like, oh, this totally works, and then it's like also this is disgusting and horrid, but totally
Yeah.
you know, he's a very good storyteller. And I
Yeah.
think when he's when he has the right script, and especially as he's matured as a filmmaker and as a person, it seems
Mhm.
I think his movies have just, you know, grown
Yeah.
in my estimation. But this is like his, you know, enfant terrible like puberty movie.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
You know, this is raging hormones. So it's,
Yeah.
it's still fun to watch.
It
it's
is
just like
fun.
it almost I get embarrassed watching it a little bit.
Interesting.
That's wild. Yeah.
Maybe for myself. Maybe it's because I used to like it so much and now I'm embarrassed.
I
Is it
think
just because it's not very self-aware?
Mm.
I
Or
don't
it's
know.
just like a bunch of dudes who are like, yeah, That's kind of what a lot of them
I mean, I like a lot of stupid doodly stuff like that. So like I don't know what it is. I think it's the Brad Pitt.
Yeah. it's
Just
just
Brad
bad.
Pitt?
Who
he
would
really bothers me.
who could you recast as Tyler Durden?
Ooh.
Or-
Fucking anyone. Anyone.
Anyone.
Every role Brad Pitt's
Anyone.
ever knocked out of the park, it's always one of those roles anybody could play.
Yeah.
Like his big breakout role, 12 Monkeys,
Yeah.
Mm.
any actor could play that. The times I like Brad Pitt
Just be
are when he plays someone more similar to his real self, like
Mm.
the stoner in True Romance.
yeah.
Yes.
Incredible.
That was
The,
good.
the idiot in Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
Incredible.
good.
Really good. man.
The self-assured stuntman in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Incredible.
Mm.
Incredible.
When Brad Pitt's supposed to be this cerebral Renaissance man, fuck off, dude. You're just really fucking handsome. You're famous because you're really handsome.
Well, that's something too, though. Like Edward Norton is like getting this sage advice from this like person he's built in his head. But
Yes.
that's a big lie too. So it's like kind of it's kind of interesting, and I like that it gets out of hand in the movie where he has no control because it is.
Yes.
It just shows how stupid the whole. I don't know. I think maybe that's a
Yes.
good part of it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like, hey, if I create a group where you can't talk about the group, but the group exists, and also it's I'm giving homework that is domestic terrorism.
yeah.
But I forgot that I gave the homework. It's like, oh boy, we've gotten in too deep.
Yeah, his own people almost cut his balls off.
You never want your own people to cut your balls off.
No.
I'm gonna do my lo mein.
Oh, please.
There's lots of kind of like in this movie, but my least favorite part is like I think it's almost halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
It's Brad does this fourth wall break, where he goes, "We're the all singing, all dancing crap of the world," and I just hate that phrase.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's just a bad phrase. In a movie with some phrases I quite like.
Yeah.
That phrase sucks
it's
shit.
Rough.
And also it does like the fourth wall thing where like you see the edges of the film.
Yes.
And it's just a
regrettable.
Just not
work
that great. Even though there's a similar bit where like right at the end they're like talking about how he cuts penises into movies. And then they do that bit at the end, which I kind of like as a callback to the thing. And this is sort of the same bit, but like a serious version where he's like, I can see you, the audience. It's fucking weird.
It's strange.
And especially weird because crap is just not very decisive in I mean, they say fuck in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
They say shit.
They say I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a wild line.
Crap seems like an
Which
undersell.
I relate to.
Right? It just doesn't seem like enough of a word to encapsulate are the all singing, all dancing crap. We all singing, all dancing crap of the world.
I will say I like the giant statue ball rolling when they blew it up. Do you remember that? That part was nice.
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
I'm surprised you like that part.
I was like, wow, look at that ball rolling. Talk about mayhem.
You do the same thing when you're watching somebody play marbles.
Yeah,
whoa. Overjoyed.
Marble madness.
Those marbles are hitting those other marbles.
Wow, I hope all the
Wait
credit
till Michael goes
up.
back and sees Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Holy shit.
I don't even want to know. Is there a ball in that?
Is that the one you've seen? Is that one of the ones you've seen, Michael?
I've seen them all, but I saw the first one and the second one with you, and I saw the third one when I was little, but I've forgotten almost every bit of it.
This is the perfect time to watch it because of the departing of our dear Mr. Sean Connery.
What?
I thought you were going to say Shia LaBeouf, and we're referencing the fourth one. I was about to sob openly.
No, he will never die. He'll always be alive in our hearts.
He'll always live on in Tax Collector, which he died in.
So it's Manksgiving, Ranksgiving.
Manksgiving.
And there are 10 David Fincher films.
I can't even believe that.
Is it
we
only
need
10?
to stick this. We need to stick this old so and so somewhere on the list.
Already, we're ranking now.
I think we should rank now. I think we should organically rank and see where this shit ends up by the end.
Okay, you writing this down?
So we have Alien 3 from 1992.
Wow.
1995 came 7. 1997 came The Game.
The Game.
Yep.
1999, this year of our Fight Club. 2002, Panic Room.
Oh, wow.
2007, Zodiac.
Okay.
2008, Rekindling the Flame with The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, yeah.
2010, The Social Network. 2011, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. 2014, Gone Girl. And then we will rank that Mank this year in 2020.
It'll be 11, yeah.
Wow.
Let's let Sean start this off. Where in this pantheon are you sticking Fight Club?
I think it's 9.
9. What's it better than?
I think it's better than Benjamin Button.
Oh, wow.
But I have to agree because I've never seen it.
That's great.
I think that's fair.
I'm not going to see it. I don't like David Fincher and Brad Pitt together. I'm not going to do that again.
Next week, we're watching Benjamin. No.
God damn it.
What we're watching next week. If you're listening
I think it's better. I think it's better than The Game.
Really?
Yes. I don't know. The Game's pretty damn good.
I don't remember it.
Michael, do you think it's better than any of the movies on the list, or do you think? Which ones do you think it's better than? Alien 3 better than?
I don't like that one that much.
That's fair.
I don't like The Social Network at all.
What
I
the
think that is an
fuck?
awful movie.
Are you kidding me?
Horrible movie.
You're fucking insane.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
That's insane.
You get the same actor to play twins? Budget alert. I don't think so.
I can't even believe you're saying these things.
I'm putting that one down at number 10. F.
That's insane.
I can't wait till we do that one.
F for
I mean, for
Facebook.
me, the bottom rungs are kind of all kind of around the same, you know.
So we've got Fight Club as low tier Fincher. Okay.
It's pretty low for me.
All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind as we go through this Manksgiving,
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right now, we've got it somewhere in the 8, 9, 10-ish area.
That's where I've got it. Yeah, pretty solid. I'm pretty solid with
Down there in the dregs of the Social Network, one of the best movies ever made.
And just a truly incredible movie.
I don't know.
Like an astonishing movie. A movie you can't even believe it's that good.
Oh,
I want to say a
man.
few more kind things about the Fight Club,
Are
even
you
though I
sure?
said it was his ninth best movie.
Hey, it's Fincher. His worst movie's pretty good.
Yeah, it kicks
that's
ass.
true.
Okay, there are like 4 more funny things I want to mention. One, he's going to different meetings,
Yes.
and he says this phrase. Then I went to my bi-monthly sickle cell circle, which is
Sickle cell. Oh, say that 5 times fast. I can't.
bi-monthly sickle cell circle. Bi-monthly sickle cell. I don't want to. It'd be embarrassing.
Sickle cell. I can't do it.
There's one part where they're in the cancer meeting. Cancer meetings are all great.
Yeah.
But Chloe, the
Oh
woman
my
who
gosh.
is obviously deep into some
Yeah.
chemo, she's got a wrap around her head because she's lost her hair. She is sick. And she goes up to the
I
microphone.
knew you were going to think this is funny.
It is funny.
I
It's
did
fucking
laugh.
funny.
I also laughed.
She talks about how she wants to get laid. It's not only that she wants to get laid, which is funny, but then she says, I have pornographic movies, and then she gets really
Lubricants.
close to the microphone, so it's just like really loud and
And it goes,
breathy. She goes, lubricants
Yeah.
and amyl nitrate.
That
Yeah.
part is so
Lubricants
funny.
and amyl nitrate.
Yeah, it's so
So
funny.
good. And then they kind of pull her back. It's really
That
solid.
part was really funny.
Sean, would you have sated that woman's needs?
Yeah, she's dying. I have to.
Okay.
She needs my dick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you need that amyl nitrate.
Yeah.
I do need it. It's gonna get my butthole nice and loose.
But
Okay. Wait. Do I have more? Yes. 2 more funny
What?
things and 1 fun fact. Let's do the fun fact right in the middle.
uh-huh.
The airport security guy is talking about dildos. Do you remember this fellow?
Yes,
No.
You don't remember this guy?
I'm trying to
I do.
think.
His luggage disappears. And are you just
It's the whole-
pretending to not know?
No,
him,
I
Michael?
don't know.
You literally don't remember him?
I don't remember this.
It's
You
the whole
probably
meet
don't
cute
even
with
like
Tyler
Zodiac,
Durden.
so you won't even get this reference. But he plays the 3rd Zodiac in Zodiac.
Oh.
Fun fact. Okay, 2 more funny things. One, for some reason the subliminal penis makes a little girl cry.
Yeah.
just
that
weeping.
part.
Yes.
Just sobbing.
Well,
And
my
it's
favorite
That's the
really
part-
best
funny.
fucking bit in the whole fucking
I
movie.
just
So
love
fucking funny.
that it plays the audio from the porn.
Yes.
It's so perfect. Yeah, it's so funny.
It's just a loud moan.
Like I just want to do that
A
all
couple
the time.
looks at each other,
Like,
and then they cut to this little girl and
Crying.
she's just weeping.
The movie's got some good gags, man.
yeah, there are some
Yeah.
good
It's
gags.
got some really
Some good
fucking good
gags.
gags.
There's-
Final gag, not the funniest one, but the last one of the last ones in the movie. Our hero, Edward Norton, has shot himself and
Yeah.
destroyed Tyler Durden somehow. Who fucking knows how?
It doesn't really make
What the
sense.
mechanics are, I have no
Makes
idea.
Gotta
sense.
shoot this cheek.
Yes,
And
if
that'll
you
shoot
shoot through the
the
neck
head.
and into the cheek, then your alternative personality, your sexy alternative
Yeah,
personality
that's
dies. And he, as his
Your Deus Ex Polaniac is complete.
yes, you've somehow killed Tyler Durden.
Yes.
As he's got a friend who's got a mohawk and is one of his compatriots, and he's leaving, and he's holding his neck from a huge gaping
Yeah.
gunshot wound, and he says, "Find some gauze."
Yeah, get some gauze.
Like he's just gonna,
That's pretty good.
just tap it up with a little gauze, and then it's gonna be done.
There's a moment after he shoots himself in the face, which
Yeah.
the only after effect is that he does Bane voice for a couple of minutes.
Yes.
And I really wanted him to continue Bane voice.
It is kind of like that.
Gotham's Reckoning.
Imaginary friend.
Yeah.
He's very bad.
Oh wow! What if Tom Hardy was his imaginary friend?
It's basically
That was
Venom.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
basically Venom.
This is dead. Classic.
If you haven't seen Venom,
Michael, is this movie better than Venom?
this movie's better than Venom.
We should do that every episode. Is it better than Venom?
Probably
I'm gonna have
change
to go with yes.
Since we can't go to food courts anymore. We need a new title, anyways.
Yeah.
Is it better than Venom, the podcast,
the podcast.
or We Are Venom, the
We
podcast?
Are
We
Venom.
are Venom.
The podcast.
The podcast.
That's great.
Do you have any final thoughts about this film, Mr. Michael or Mr. John?
I have a couple favorite things that
Oh, okay.
I did like.
Lay them on me.
Editing wise, I like the part where he's getting the lie on his hand, and then he like has to focus on something else, so it cuts to that really vivid green
Yes.
forest. I like that kind of stuff in movies. And also, this isn't something I like, but I just couldn't believe how I didn't catch on the first time I watched it because there's so many tells throughout. Like, there's even a line that's like, sometimes Tyler would talk for me, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's literally telling
Oh yeah,
me.
you
I
feel
was like,
stupid later.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that just shows you that it's well made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Also the-
also, I mean, that kind of thing is good. Like, they do that same thing in The Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, you know he's the one because you've seen the commercial
And he's
about him
Neo.
doing backflips. And you're
Yeah.
like, I guess this guy must be the greatest man in the universe.
Yeah.
But, like, they talk about, like, oh, you're my own personal savior right early in the thing. And the first time you watch it, you just go, that's some just drug dudes talking about
Yeah.
weird shit.
Who
But
would
then you
say
rewatch
that?
it and you go, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh, The Matrix. That's a classic. We should watch all of that.
Oh, yeah.
I like the first one.
Oh, yeah.
I also like the when he throws himself down the stairs and they show it on the
Oh,
the,
yes.
the camera. I was like, that is crazy. That was
Yes.
wild.
Any stair bump, anytime a guy falls down some
Yeah.
stairs, it's fucked.
It's like,
Because you're like, well,
jeez.
There's great
that guy
stunt work in
probably
this
had something
picture.
to protect his back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe he had some knee pads on. But other than that,
Maybe.
he's just rolling down some stairs.
Yeah. What if there were 70 takes of that? Jeez.
Well, oh shit! I guess he wasn't wearing knee pads because he's in fucking boxers.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my god, that guy's poor knees.
Whoa, I didn't think about that. Jeez.
Oh no,
That sucks.
it made me so sad to think
Well, I
about
think
his poor knees.
when they do those stair bumps, they coat the stairs in rubber. I'm sure it still hurts really badly.
Wow.
They basically make
Yeah.
rubber stairs. Like,
Whoa.
even
That's
as far back as
crazy.
like when they did The Exorcist, that
Really?
amazing stair bump. Yeah, it's all
Really?
rubber stairs. Yeah.
Oh,
That's wild.
shit.
Well, it's like getting hit with like the glass bottles that are like that
Candy
really
glass?
Yeah, I bet that still kind of hurts a little bit.
And tasty.
And taste. Yeah.
John?
That's- Yeah.
I have nothing else good to say about this film.
Oh, okay. That's
No,
fair.
I mean, I quite like this movie. Only kind of sucks in like the Fincher verse to me, you know. And then like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
kind of makes me like it's a really strange movie to go back and watch.
Mm.
It is so, and I'm not a person who says things. I don't think movies are dated. A movie being dated is not a bad thing to me because it's fun to go experience
Yeah.
a different time. It's
Mhm.
fun to be swept away to something else. But this one, because it's so like stylistically dated, yet kind of applicable to like a lot of weird Proud Boy shit that we
Yeah.
Yes.
are
weird.
facing right now. That
Yeah.
it was kind of, there's a bit of a, maybe that makes it like a successful movie
Oh wow.
because it definitely got to me a little bit watching it. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, you know, but I don't know, probably not in the way that they wanted, but perhaps so, you know, it just depends on how critical you think Fincher was. There's
Yeah.
no way
Yeah.
way that Brad Pitt wasn't feeling those lines.
Oh, yeah.
He was believing that shit. He was like,
yes.
you know, he probably made $20 million for that picture, but he believes that
Wow.
advertising and consumerism are bad. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
so you know, the messaging just seemed a little off to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
But that's not really why I watch movies, so that's okay.
You're telling me that you don't watch movies for the message?
I
What?
don't.
What?
I don't.
Okay, that's fair.
That's
I
wild.
watch them. I watch them
Yeah.
for the laughs.
That's why
Ooh,
you
for
loved
the
Happy
X.
Feet so much.
Directed by George Miller, right?
Yeah, I think it is. That's Mad Max filmmaker.
Yeah, he's great. I haven't seen those movies.
Dancing Penguins.
If you're listening or watching us right now, may I say, first of all, thank you so much. I don't know if I've ever thanked anyone for listening or watching. Thanks, because otherwise, I mean, we don't really like to talk to each other, so it would be weird for us to do it for no one. So thank you for listening, and if you love it, go over to Twitter, follow us at Food Courtcast, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. When you're in your iTunes or on your Twitch, write us a review, give us 5 stars. I think those are all the potential ways to review us and interact with us. Thank you so much for listening to us talk about Fight Club. If you have an idea for which Fincher you want us to watch next, tweet at us or send an email out of the ether. Any email address, we will get it eventually. Yes. And please let us know.
We did some polls.
We did some polls.
What are we doing next week?
Get on the polls.
I mean, if we're doing the really obvious picks, they did, with all due respect, they did really obvious picks. They picked Zodiac, Social Network. I feel like since Michael hates it, we should watch Social Network.
Let's go, man. Let's fucking do this. Okay. Let's socialize next week.
Food Court. Oh, gosh. Here we go again.
I'm so excited to watch Social Network.
You thought I was pissed off about vampires. I'm going to burn you at the stake.
Vampires Part 2. Here we go.
You heard it here first. We will be watching The Social Network.
Subtitle, Vampires 2.
Vampires 2. On behalf of the angry Michael, and now they're both angry, the angry John Burr, I'm Sean Parrott.
I'm Michael.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, Kill Donkeys.